Hello and welcome to a very special internet episode, a webisode, if you will, of Poker Night in America presents the top 7 LOL What hands of Season 5. I'm Jesse Abramowitz alongside Lexy Gavin.
Hi Jesse, thank you for having me to the Poker Night in America New York office, which I'm also deducing is your bedroom.
Naturally, this is where the magic happens.
Magic the Gathering.
Shut up.
Let's kick things off. Speaking of which, check out the hang time on this amazing punt at Sugar House Casino in Philadelphia.
If you don't get even right now, it's over.
Till tomorrow, you get to play again.
Well, you can't win unless you're playing, and so Fishberg's raising with King 4 clubs. Brunson calls.
You always a big advantage because I got to pee so bad that if I don't flop a monster, I'm going to run to the restroom immediately.
It's bad for TV, you're not allowed to do that.
I don't care if I'm allowed to or not, I'm doing it.
If Todd Brunson cared what was good for TV, you think he'd dress like that? Or have that ponytail? Come on.
Only closest to last hand.
I do not see any of these guys folding. Last chance to get unstuck. Last chance to get stuck enough for the pain to make you feel alive.
Joe McKeon makes it 1,800.
That's a 5, right? Joe?
Yeah. Like almost 6 behind.
The hell are you doing?
Finding out how much I have.
How much you're going to cap it? What?
A little more than 6 behind.
God, you're worse than Mac Lance.
Maybe podium amount.
Action on Todd Brunson right now. I'm sensing a leak in his game, however.
I can only lose. I don't know what he's doing. I'm scared. That was gonna
There's
fall.
no way I'm reporting
How do you
here.
not pile?
There's no way I'm reporting here.
I can't win very much.
Two losers.
Shocker, Joe McKeon and Greg Fishberg heads up.
Depends what comes.
Well, this hand seems fairly standard.
You guys do this all the time.
1,500.
McKeon's gonna bet 1,500.
Matt, you take your microphone off before we're even done.
He's very unprofessional.
All in.
Is Fishberg trying to convince himself king high would be the best hand some of the time, or that he could possibly get an ace to fold? This is pain.
Oh my goodness. Save some for the ride home, Fishberg.
Well, nobody wants to walk all the way over to the cage to cash those in anyway.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
Oof, that was brutal. At least Fishberg lost the money to someone who really needs it, Joe McKeon.
Yeah, the winner of the 2016 main event and owner of several sweatshirts.
Moving things right along. In the number 6 spot is Phil Locke, demonstrating how to lose the maximum on a hand that gets checked down 5 ways to the river.
Live straddling. Calm down, everyone I meet in the game.
But it's only like 30% to happen.
Yeah. The thing is, yeah, hopefully everyone will wake up one day in some cruel twist of fate.
Liv, make it 12.50.
Going 5-handed to this
Thought about
flop.
it.
Punish me for
Blocked the
such
original
a-
razor. Called by Merson. Called by Helmut. Called by Lee. Called by
I feel like Mercy's not
Lowry.
gonna let me get away with it.
Pop it up to 14.
He
Flop
loves his
is
button.
7, Jack 6. Couple of hearts on board.
3, 4, 5. Nobody has a heart draw.
Straight draw for Phil Locke.
Up and down, yeah, okay.
That looks like one of those multi-way flops.
Check.
It was top pair for Merson on the flop.
Check.
No longer on the turn.
Check.
Merson's still the favorite.
Lots of free checking to the river.
Check.
2 pair for Merson on the river, but that ain't the card he wanted to see. Bill Lee and Phil Locke both river a straight.
Locke's got the losing end. Bill Lee's got the business end.
22.25.
I was gonna say, it's pretty tough to know your beat here with 8-9. You're only losing the king-9 and ace-king.
I'm all in.
I'm the worst.
Now it's easier to know you're losing.
I don't know. Just gonna see it. I just want to see
I
it.
love when a guy like Bill Lee is in the hand. I really didn't see the hand getting played out this way.
Oh, I'm a POW.
POW? Prisoner of war? Piece of work?
Payoff wizard.
Oh, Phil, how I adore you. As well as your better half, Miss Jennifer Tilley, who's featured in this next hand versus Yogi and World Citizen Alec Torelli.
8800, thank you.
The thank you was a nice touch.
Yeah, I was like...
As it happened, you had the best hand anyway, so...
I know, but sometimes you still gotta do that. Like, if you think, you know what I mean? Like, you could just have something.
I lost my clues.
It's really gangster if you check call there.
Isn't that, though?
Because he was going to probably bet. I don't know.
Yeah, always gonna
Pickle.
whole pickle. How much is that?
That's like one of those hands that
He
somebody
wasn't
will
gonna
watch
check
and like,
with,
this kid doesn't know what he's
9-high.
doing. Like, he's bluffing with the best hand. Like, that's how far off my read is. I'm like, I got him drawing dead and I'm bluffing with like a really good hand. That's how bad a player I am. It's just how far off
You are pretty bad. You're just,
and just
lucky.
like how far off my read is.
I heart Cletus. Please don't change. Don't ever change, Dan Wolf. Tilly with pocket aces brings it up to 1,700.
The other day, I bluffed when the flush hit and I showed him. I just jammed it all in and I showed him. That's why I didn't know how he would take this one.
I have to respect that. I fold.
Good fold from Goosack.
Jen, you want me to call?
Back to Alec Torelli.
No, wait.
Torelli does have a hand that can crack an overpair.
Yeah,
But the key to Alec Torelli's game is that he's actually so good post-flop that even if he doesn't crack the hand, he can sometimes get them to fold it.
The nuts here, and I'm just jamming, like, betting right into
Well, you know, I just never have the nuts.
But, like, I gotta get you to fold,
Or
like,
you.
You know.
I just never have
You have,
the
like,
nuts.
random stupid stuff that you play like that, so I just had to get you off it.
There's nothing on that flop that's going to scare Tilly away. She bets 2,000 and Alec calls.
Definitely got a call. There's a club out there and a pair. That card is not so good for his hand.
Just for protection. Do it for protection, you know? For
protection.
Like,
Diamonds aren't a factor, but Jen is not to know that. Diamonds and a 10 are Alec's most likely holdings when he calls the flop.
yeah, you stuck with a pair on like three flush, three straight, just like.
And that river card is like the 7th Chucky movie. Not scary at all.
For protection.
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 Blue protection.
2,500 bucks from Tilly.
She's made a pretty small bet relative to the size of this pot, but I don't think we're gonna see Alec call here ever. Jen's rarely gonna have total air here, and that's basically all a pair of threes is beating. Wow, Alec does call.
Nice.
I don't know what he put her on. King 8?
Nice hand, Jen. Nice hand.
Ace 7?
Why don't I get that?
Not beating a lot there.
Splashing around a little bit.
I think we can say that was an ambitious call.
Like the time I figured out Kate Hall's phone number.
Our next hand is a 2-for-1 special featuring Yori Ohayan, who owns a kosher Asian fusion eatery in Montreal, which has been the target of some serious restaurant wars in recent years, having been firebombed by Molotov cocktails on 3 separate occasions. That's a fact.
Fun fact, Yuri's favorite dish is the King Jack special.
Which is served even if you don't order it. It kind of just shows up for no reason whatsoever, and it makes no sense.
He's gonna call. He's not gonna call. He's gonna call. He's a donkey if he calls. No, he's a god.
Ladies here in the small blind for Rob Young. And he's making it 5,000 to go. Definitely like this play. Bump it up with a premium hand. If they want to play, it's going to be expensive. Ohayan decides to come along with King Jack offsuit in the straddle. This is definitely not some Phil Hellmuth approved play. Tricky gets out of the way with the ace 10. Has to be afraid he's up against a bigger hand than the one he has. 6-4-3 rainbow flop. Bricks for both players. Definitely a good flop for Rob Young.
Bet 6,000.
Young fires 6,000, and Ohayan's going nowhere. I have to imagine he's hoping for a king or a jack, but no help on the turn.
Check.
Ohayan checks once again, and Young's got to continue to value bet. He knows there are many worse hands his opponent could have that will call him, particularly after the hand they played before.
15,000.
Take your time. Take your time. Take your time.
And Ohayan calls once again. Oh, king on the river. King on the river. And Ohayan is bailed out and will decide to lead into Rob Young here on the river.
13,000. Call.
Sorry, Young. King Jack is going to be good here.
Of king.
Live by the river, die by the river.
You were due.
Rob Young's got to be steaming after that one.
No, Sam.
This hand, we have an all-you-can-eat straddle buffet. 5 of our 6 players are now in the blinds, with Safadine straddling to 400, Ohayon straddling to 800, and Esfandiari straddling to 1600. So the action will begin on the button with Roberts, who decides to just call with the ace-4 offsuit. Personally, I'd like to see a raise or get out of there. Young calls in the small blind, which will be an additional $1,500. And now the action's over to Safadine, who's in the straddle. The first straddle, I might add.
Call.
He's going to call with the ace-9 suited, definitely a hand that's worthy of seeing a flop. Ohayon has king-jack of spades and calls.
Denied. Option denied.
And Esfandiari in the final straddle will check and take his flop.
It's over in 2 hours.
10-4-3, huge flop for Rob Young, flopping top pair and a flush draw. Unfortunately for him, no one else has much of a piece. Antonio has middle pair bottom kicker, and Roberts has middle pair top kicker, but not a spot he's gonna get a lot of action. Ohayon makes the call here on the flop, and I can't say I'm a big fan of that. What's he really drawing to? Sure, he can hit a king or a jack, but in general, he's just gonna brick, and if someone else raises, he's gonna be totally out of luck. Both other players fold their middle pair, and now it's just Young against Ohayon. The turn's the 6 of spades, which doesn't really change things too much. I don't mind a bet here, but I wouldn't mind checking and playing it a little more trappy to try and get your opponent to bluff.
Bet 15,000.
Over to Ohayon, and now I think he's going to just have to fold, but he disagrees with me, and that's why I'm in the booth. The river is an offsuit 3, brick card. Young would have preferred to hit his flush, but it's still a pretty safe river. And he decides to bet a small bet here relative to the pot, 12,000 to go. And what is Ohayon thinking about? He just doesn't buy it. I would say that was an adventurous call down from Ohayon, and Young's going to reap the rewards to the tune of a $75,000 pot.
Believe it or not, Ohayon finished up over $100,000 in that session, proving once again that anything is possible.
This next hand features Todd Brunson and Kyle Bowker in a 4-bet pot. Now, Kyle is clearly one of the most aggressive cash game players out there, which leaves me with the burning question for Todd. Todd, are you just a chicken? Like, are you an actual chicken?
Chicken. Chicken.
Ace King for Todd Brunson.
Yes, thank you. Jeremy, Caleb. Yes, thank you. Jimmy.
Looks like Bowker's interested.
Jimmy in the room.
Well, Bowker ain't getting the Todd father to fold, but I'm sure it'll just come all diamonds or sevens.
Oh.
Sevens and then runner, ace.
No, got 38 and 12.
Finds just enough chips to make that call, so 4,500 in the pot as we go to the flop. Brunson hits the king. Zero help for Bowker.
Yeah, no pair, no draw, but he is gonna bet it.
I think it's safe to say Bowker's been fairly active tonight. So if Todd has been picking up on that, I mean, he's shown an ace high for a winner. He's shown that he's been playing all kinds of different hands.
There's no chance Todd's folding.
Calls.
All right, PLO players, you're playing 1-3 games. I do have a list.
All right, so Bowker now gets a little bit of help.
I mean, that's amazing. He goes from no pair, no draw, to a straight flush draw. And he goes from regular bluffing to semi-bluffing. Kyle's gonna have to continue improving on the river though, because Todd is never folding top here. What the what? Kyle Bowker, are you serious?
It's not actually a bluff. Huh? It's not really a bluff, but kind of.
He's kind of having a good day.
Everything is coming up, Bowker.
It was a good time card, yeah.
That was hard to watch. I mean, why even play? Anyways, next we're gonna head back to Montreal to Playground Poker Club once again.
It's John Duffy and Rob Young in a hand we like to call John Duffy presses all the buttons.
Enjoy.
There's a phrase in poker: never go broke with one pair. Yeah. Just remember that, okay?
He made 2 pair on the river, though.
I mean, how can he re-raise me on the flop? He's only getting called by better. I mean, like,
You didn't stop?
You could have so much there.
Duffy rebuying, fresh 10K in play, getting his massage on.
200.
Opening it up with the 6-4 offsuit, you know, classic John Duffy things.
such bad play. You know? Is everyone trying to put the change in?
Duffy made it 200, and Tolly comes along with the 9-7 off. Young, of course, getting in the mix with Jack-6 suited. We've got a lively table here. Elliott Smith also makes the call on the big blind with Queen-6 off.
I'm glad you guys invited me to this game now.
Queen-8-7, a little bit here for everyone.
That's a great expression. Look at it.
Shut up.
Look at the expression there.
500.
500.
What the hell?
John bets out 500 with actually the worst hand of all 4 players.
I can't.
It feels so sick.
If people watch this, they'll go, God, thank God I'm here.
Turn to 10, giving Young a flush. Everyone's stone dead. The question is, how much will they lose?
15.
1,500. Fold.
I give you some money back, yeah?
And Young makes the call.
Fold.
I feel bad.
No, you don't.
Don't make it too expensive on the river.
All right. I won't.
Weird river for Duffy now. He hits a straight, but it's the bottom end of one, and the flush is out there.
Okay, cool.
I am not qualified to say what that was on the river. It looks like it might have been a bluff or value bet. I'm really not quite sure which.
Lesson number 4.
Oh my God. I just hate this guy so much.
When there's 3 of us,
I have to work with him as well.
when there's 3 of the same colour on the board, it's called a flush. And a flush
Stop it.
beats a straight.
Oh my God.
Well, you've made it this far, and I hope you're excited for our #1 most LOL what moment of season 5.
We revisit the golden nugget for this golden nugget of stupidity in a hand that feels so wrong in every way.
But at the same time, feels so right. Up at our #1 slot in a hand we like to call definitely not the right way to play jocks.
When it's late at night and a player busts out, Matt Glantz is soon to be found.
650.
650. That's big money, buddy.
Wow, 650. That sizing is big. It's the kind of sizing that in general is only going to get you action when you're in bad shape.
Well, we've gone to 150
Everyone has a decision in pre-flop.
to
It's
650 to 1,200.
At least when I have a decision, it's because I've already put money in.
Yeah.
Me too. I'm with you on that one.
Right?
Cheeseburgers? Wow, Cantu calls with queens.
Stan, you bluffed me, man. I had king 8.
We're heads up.
You had 8 deuce.
Flop is 8-6-8.
2,200.
2,200 is the bet.
Oh, this is a terrible flop for Orozco. And he fires out another bet that screams, I have jacks and I hate them. Please don't raise or call me.
What's the score of the Warriors game right now? Steamed up or what?
It's a 1-point game. I got it this time. I'll let you pick one.
Can I turn it over now? Can I turn it over now and pick one?
Only if you can do it with your right hand.
Wow, before he was playing his hand face up, now his hand is literally face up.
Oh my.
4,400.
Raise it.
So Brandon insta-raises him.
I hate seeing like this, man.
Is that big enough?
I think he should have to turn over at least one.
Big enough now, Brandon?
I owe 100.
Is it big enough? Let's take 2. I don't really want to go home too stuck.
He wants you stuck like there's no tomorrow. I hate to tell you this.
Not even an overcard, which at this point I would consider that to be a good card for Orozco.
All in.
All in.
I think he's leveled himself by showing his hand and he calls.
All right, queens.
Oh my god.
Nice hand.
This is ugly. Bad news, kiddo. You're not getting the Gucci bag, but have you ever heard of Trader Joe's?
Oh, my goodness. What a monster. A $30,000 pot.
Well, thanks for watching the top 7 LOL What moments of season 5. Tune back into our YouTube page for new content and videos. Thanks again to Lexy Gavin for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Jesse. It's been an honor and a privilege. Like and subscribe.
Yeah. Thanks for nothing. Hello. Ohioan. Believe it or...
That's... Fuck. I need to get more drunk because that thing's all flows.
Ugh, that was hard to watch. Like, why even play? That what?
Cut. No, I didn't want to do it. For having me to Poker Night in America's New Year.
Welcome back to Put Your Phone Away! Okay.
Yeah?
Okay. Is my shirt too wrinkled? Proving once again, in fact, that... It's recording. Up next, we head back to Playground Poker Club in Montreal. I fucked that up again.
He's clearly one of the most aggressive cascade. It's okay. Oof, that was brutal.
The winner of the 2016 main event.
Rob Young and John Duffy and hand we call...
and versus Alec Torelli.
Oh, are we being recorded?